Hi, my name is M.Chrapliwy. I'm going to be your instructor for English 102, English Composition 2. I have a couple things I want to say. First of all, there is a human being behind the course. You can always contact me, but please contact me through the e-learning mail link on Blackboard. I get in my regular email for the college, I get about 1,000 emails a day. You don't want your message to get lost in that 1,000 emails. Couple things. I know that some of you may have signed up for this online course because either A, you thought it would be easier, it's actually harder. B, you thought it would be more convenient. Depends on your temperament. What makes it harder is you have to be really motivated to succeed in the course. So that means that you have to be able to keep up on the assignments, what the expectations are, read all the modules, do the readings in the book, do the writing, don't skip anything, and then you do okay. You may actually earn a good grade. But remember, grades are earned. You will use this textbook. Just want to make sure I'm showing it. You'll use this textbook through the entire course. There's just no getting around it. And the textbook is Literature, Craft, and Voice, and it is the 2nd edition. You will actually, most of your discussion questions will come out of this book, and also most of your written assignments. You'll also be choosing your essay topics from this book. There's just no skipping getting the book, so make sure that you do get it. Another thing you want to do is you want to review the syllabus in great detail. Important note is this, the all-important grade. For example, discussion question answers are 25% of your grade. What makes this a little bit harder is, number one, everything has to be exactly on time or the system is going to kick you out if you try to put something in late. Also, if you just decide, well, I can do really well, I'll just do everything, but I'm not going to bother with those discussion questions. Even if you got perfect A's on your essays, which almost nobody does, if you don't answer the discussion questions, that's 25% right off the top of your grade. So even if you were like perfect, you might get a 75, which is a C. So make sure you complete each and every part of this course. Also, make sure that you buy some kind of a folder to keep things like the syllabus, and you may want to print out some of the modules, different essential things for the class, notes that you may be taking for your essays, and things like that. You want to make sure you don't just go, okay, well, it's all online, that's it, done. No. You want to keep a folder that has everything in it that you find to be essential for your success in this class. You have to remember, your success in this class is really based on how you handle the coursework. Another caution is you really need to have a working computer. If you're considering online courses, I'm assuming that you already have a working computer or you have access to one. If that fails, if there's something happens, like say you somehow accidentally download a virus onto your computer and it just becomes useless, then you have to have a fallback plan. And actually, campus has multiple computer labs spread throughout the campus. You may want to make sure that if there's a problem with your computer or the computer that you'll be using for this class, that you're able to get to the computer lab. Now, people who work all day, that can be a little bit of a challenge. Some of them are open at night, so you'll just have to call the school, ask for IT, and find out which computer labs are open at night. Also, Bring a jump drive. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's also known as a USB drive. The reason that you need that if you're going to go on campus is just to go, you know what, let me illustrate this with an example. I had a student last semester who wrote her entire paper on a computer, failed to save it onto her flash drive, left the computer lab, didn't print it out, and it was gone forever, off into space. Make sure you save everything onto a USB drive. The discussion questions, there are multiple. All of them, the first week, Module 1, I'm just trying to get you used to the course structure, the syllabus, how to construct a discussion question response. The first one, you're just going to tell me about you, and you're going to tell your classmates. At least 3 interesting things about you. Maybe what your major is, or if you don't have one, why you don't, which ones you might be considering. Hobbies, things that you do to relax. And since this is a literature-based course, whether you read or not, those are just examples. But tell us about you. I'm going to give you an example verbally right now. I usually tell my students about myself anyway. An in-class lecture, the first class starts with, "Hi, I'm M.Chrapliwy," and blah, 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 a bunch of stuff about me, and then I go down the line and I have everybody else do the same in the class. So everybody gets to know everybody else. So my name is M.Chrapliwy. I am a registered nurse. When I decided to go for an advanced degree, I did not want to go for a master's in nursing. Since I've always been writing since the time I could, well, this is really cliche, but from the time I could pick up a pencil. Since I've been writing all my life, I decided to get my master's in writing, which hence led me to you. Given the choice between teaching class and going off to work every day, I would much prefer to teach class. I find teaching students and watching that light bulb go on in their heads more fulfilling than anything else. Since this is online, I'm not going to be able to see it, but I hope to visualize things through your discussion responses and your DQs. It's not acceptable to use text message speech. You know, you're also used to picking up your phone and texting. I for, undercase, lowercase I for I, the letter U for the word you, etc. None of that. Remember, this is an English class, and so therefore everything that you write for this course should be done in proper English. So that's basically the introduction to this course. Make sure you get the book. Make sure you print out the syllabus and sometimes some of the modules, and make sure that you have some kind of a filing system, because you will have things for this class that you're going to want to print out, especially when it comes time for the major essays. And one other thing is the final drafts of your essays do go through SafeAssign. I use this as more of a teaching tool than a punitive one. If you accidentally plagiarize, I prefer to think of it as accidental. You correct the plagiarism. You do have the opportunity to write the paper one more time. You will be able to use tools from EBSCOhost, which is a library database, and the textbook primarily. If you're caught plagiarizing twice, then I have to report you to the dean. And I know you really don't want to get caught plagiarizing twice, and I certainly don't want to go that route. I'd like this to be a productive semester. You can look at the e-course, e-learning page, and you'll see that every week there's going to be another module that pops up. And I will be giving you detailed modules every week. So hopefully this is going to be a good course. I have highest hopes for everybody in the course, and I look forward to interacting with you. And just remember, there is a human being on the other side of the computer, and that goes for all of your classmates as well. Treat each other with respect, and everything will be great.